Hello and welcome to Out Nerdy. I'm Paul, and today, I was going to do the Obi-Wan review because we're 3 episodes in, but fuck that shit. Let's talk Top Gun Maverick instead, shall we? So I went watching the film yesterday, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very good. I'll do a brief summary of the plot. The newest batch of Top Gun pilots, or a select group of them, they have been charged with a near-on suicidal mission, and they recall Maverick to help train them, to get them up to speed, put them through the mill to see who are the ones good enough for the mission. And that is the core of the plot. And part of it, of course, is, it's not a spoiler because it's in the trailers. You've got Goose's kid is now a pilot as well. And you have the conflict and drama that creates with Maverick, because obviously he still feels guilt, I suppose, over the death of his father, even though obviously there was nothing he could do about it. He was completely exonerated. So he still has that weighing on his mind, and and it's oh god, right, I'm going to bring Obi-Wan into it because there's a good parallel. You have Maverick who's dealing with loss, and it's weighing on his mind, and he struggles to find that balance, especially when he's training Rooster at the same time, and they have quite some a dynamic that isn't always great, and it fully resolves itself, and it's really good to watch. So you've got Maverick, who's the veteran, the only pilot who's actually seen air-to-air combat in the US Navy, at least it says, and how he struggles with, it's not necessarily PTSD, I don't think, because they don't show it as that bad, but you do get lots of nice clips where he's reminiscing about Goose, and you see how he deals with it. And then you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, who is dealing with a similar thing. Or that you might say it's tenfold worse, because Obi-Wan, loses Anakin, and the Jedi we are told the Jedi are all but extinct, but going off Obi-Wan, it does not seem to be that case. There's more and more Jedi than we at least thought. It's like maybe 2 were killed in the Purge, who knows? But anyway, back to Top Gun. I just wanted to use them two as a kind of a similar thing, where they're both dealing with tragedy and conflict, except one's written really, really well, and the other one's Obi-Wan Kenobi. So anyway, like I said, that's the basic plot of Top Gun Maverick. Is he has to train up these kids to go do this mission against a country that is definitely not China. Although it does look a lot like the next gen fighters that you see. But it's definitely not against China. Anyway, I'm not going to go... That's the plot. But for me, it wasn't so much what I watched, it's what I felt afterwards, or watching the film. I mean, obviously, it starts the very same way as Top Gun. You get the writing saying in whatever year the Navy started, retraining its pilots in air-to-air combat, with machine guns and cannons, not missiles. So you've got almost play for play the same as the original Top Gun film. Same music, same theme, everything, and it's brilliant. All right? You've got some genuinely funny stuff in here. I laughed out quite loud in the cinema, and it has got lots of moment mixed with humour and drama, and they let the drama breathe. Learn that, Marvel, yeah. Let the dramatic bits breathe. Let the audience experience it and feel it, rather than throwing in a snappy joke, every 20 seconds. So the film is mixed with, some comedy, some absolutely brilliant action scenes, combat scenes. You know, we're told that a lot of this it's very limited CGI. It's just, you know, Navy pilots, I suppose, and Tom Cruise apparently learned how to fly an F8. I think it's an F-18. I might be wrong. But he learnt to fly one of these jets, so he could look convincing. Because we all know he goes. He's the American version of Jackie Chan times 20, isn't he? Let's be honest. So it's really good. You know, the music is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's an 80s film still in 2022. And I think that's why it is so good, because it doesn't lecture you, it doesn't shout at you, it doesn't have a. If there was any message, it's America, fuck yeah. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think I know I certainly left the pictures feeling good. You know, it was an uplifting film. Like I said, it doesn't lecture you, it doesn't pander to anyone. It just gives you good writing, great direction, some great shots, great scenery, fantastic music. I will always go on about how good the music is, you know. But it just leaves you feeling good. And like I said, it's an America fuck yeah kind of film. And I think, and I might be wrong for, you know, speaking as an Englishman, but after seeing what America has gone through these last 2 years, 3 years now, you know, whatever, it's a film that America sorely needed for a bit of its own national self-confidence. And I'm saying that as an Englishman, but I'm saying that as someone who lives in the Western Hemisphere as well. This is a film the West sorely needs to show that, you know, it's okay to do a bit of chest beating every now and then. There's going to be many articles coming up, if not already, about Top Gun and about its idea of masculinity and all the stupid shit the West, well, the left in the West seem to concern itself about that has absolutely nothing to do with the real world. Yeah, in the West, we pander to silly shit and silly ideologies while our potential enemies are just getting stronger and stronger. Okay, it doesn't look like Russia's very strong at the moment, the way the Ukrainians seem to be dicing them up. But there are potential enemies out there that are looking at us like we're fucking stupid and weak. Because we're arguing about silly things about whether a fucking woman can have a dick or whether a man can give birth. And I think this, you know, I saw, I think it was The Guardian, so it's going to be bullshit, innit? But a recent newspaper labelled Top Gun Maverick as a right-wing attempt at fighting the culture war or some bullshit, when actually it was just good storytelling. It wasn't the most, you know, the greatest story in the world. It didn't need to be. I mean, it's not Macbeth, it's not fucking Romeo and Juliet, you know what I mean? It's not the 39 Steps. But for what it is and what you give us, it was brilliant. And like I said, I think rather than just taking this film as a film, I think in a cultural context, it may end up being very important. Because, like I said, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a bit of self-belief in your country, a bit of fuck yeah. You know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I mean, right now in Britain, we've got the Jubilee celebrations coming on for the Queen. And councils everywhere are pretending to be patriotic. My own council has put up the cheapest bunting you can find around the town centre. But there's not one hint of a Union flag in Oldham Town Centre by the council. The boozers have got it, the shops have got the Union flag, but there's no Union flags draped around the town centre by the council. You know, and I think, and this may seem a bit convoluted, but I think when you see British films and British filmmakers, we seem to be the best at shit gangster films, like kidulthood, chick flicks, or football hooligan films. That is pretty much all we make. And generally, they're all shit. And I think if, as like Top Gun Maverick could do for America, where it's a bit of self belief and bit of self confidence back again. If our filmmakers started doing things like that, a bit, I'm not saying a return to the golden age of the 50s with British war films are out, but if we started believing in ourselves a bit more, we could go on and, make the world a better place. Anyway, watch Top Gun. It's brilliant, right? You're going to get a lot of people saying, it is, and they're not lying. It's not just that there's nothing else out there at the moment. It's that it is actually, Alfie Cameo, it is actually a good film. Anyway, that's all for now. Alfie says see ya, and I'll catch you again. Bye for now.